Hello, welcome back to Brand Associate LiveENODING. I'm still want to do a little bit with medieval prompt with November. So I have a couple of examples. This is the first one. It's a kind of like a bricks well. It's pretty basic example, and the note is not so complicated. This is one example. So you start with bricks grid, of course, and then you can use bend object using circle, or you can use simple deformations and simply bend this like around 6.4 or 6.2, and once it's bended, it's not 100% connected, but it's not too bad. You merge by distance, you use insert special, delete loose, solidify, subdivide, and a little bit of fractal if you want to add a bit of variations, and you get a BrickWells. So that's one example. You can of course play around with this parameters of the bricks. However, I have another setup where I'm building the whole thing brick by brick. So like this is another example. So what I did here, which is different, is I started with something that looks like a ring. So let's say, yeah. So I have two rings over here, and each one of them is actually made of line. So I have this like a monad, and I stack this ring on top of each other, so it's becoming like a brick well. So this is like bricks layer by layer. So inside the monad is this. So I started with a line, and with this line I pick this step, and I have this random number that's coming into the line, and I simply use simple deformations again to make this simple like line into circle. So this is I think one of the coolest thing in Squarechalk. So the bricks is not perfectly placed on top of each other, because sometimes random number give a number that's a little bit wider to make the circle a little bit wider. Sometimes it's not. So anyway, you could just simply rotate the circle, keeping the same bricks. So that's one idea. So this one is merging the line into a circle. Once it is a circle, we can use vector drop to center the circle, and then I have randomized a little bit polygon boom to separate each and every polygon edge, extrude the edge, and this is the result of extrusion, of course. And then once it's extruded, we can simply okay, here I have flipped the normal and an extrude region to get our brick. So it's fairly basic, but I think it's interesting to know that you can do this. And I have, of course, subdivisions, a little bit of fractal, not too much. Join the mesh, so it's become a single mesh for each and every layer of the brick. So if I turn on random, so each object have different color for this example. So if I have 10 of these ring bricks, I can also have 10 here and randomize the seed. So here, this is the monad that's been vectorized and split. This is one of the many basic example of the power of monad. The monad is not always like the solutions, but if you're doing it correctly here, the monad allows you to create different seed variations for each nodes group. Okay, so if you want to make this well a little bit higher. You can make it 20 here, 20 there. I simply rearrange that to make a brick. So like I said, it's not always perfect, but this is one of the solutions to make this medieval well, or it could also be like a for a castle. Depends on what you're creating, but anyway, all in all, it's just like a brick wall. Some of the idea, but of course we always have like the brick nodes already. So yeah, give it a try, study this one and modify it to your purpose. So thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.